I'm gonna try to keep this shit real simple for y'all, man. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this thing real simple for y'all, because I feel like, you know how you need a big brother's voice or somebody with common sense to say some things. So let me say some things to y'all real quick. Simple misunderstandings should not be lifetime fallouts. Let me say it again for the people in the back. Simple misunderstandings should not be lifetime fallouts. However, I think it's some people that don't understand empathy, sympathy, and common reasoning. I don't think they do. I really don't think they do. Let me cut on my air real quick. Hold on. You know, I got an opportunity to read some posts today, and the posts were all kind of talking about people having disagreements, having fallouts, you know what I'm saying? Just simple little problems or whatever case may be. And I seen a couple people in some groups or whatever, you know, got you. I'll check it out when I pull up. I seen some people kind of just having these small disagreements, talking about, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to cut this person off, you know what I'm saying? And I was just kind of like, this is interesting. It's interesting to me because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I get it, man. Sometimes people cross you the wrong way. Sometimes people say things, their actions don't match their words and all this other stuff. But here's the thing, man. If you are like me, you notice people's character. That's what I go on. I go on your character, I go on your actions, and I go on your potential to be better. You understand what I'm saying? That means I can understand that, you know what I'm saying, you might have said something, you might have done something here and there. Everybody's not always on point. Everybody's not always on point, and I get that, I understand that, or whatever case may be. But I think that a lot of times when people have misunderstandings or whatever case may be, there are some people that are in between that misunderstanding that don't want you to fix it. I'm about to say some shit, of course it's gonna piss somebody off, that's what I do. But there are people that benefit from your misunderstanding. There are people that want to see you and whoever that other person is, have a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? And keep it going. You know what I'm saying? It's some people who have, whether it's a personal or professional misunderstanding, it's people that's in between that want to see you and that other person go at it or whatever the case be. Why do you think misunderstandings last so long? Why do you think misunderstandings last so long? I'm just being real, Jeremy. What's popping, man? You know what I'm saying? People tend to have misunderstandings and never sit the other person down that they're having a misunderstanding with and have a conversation. It don't even got to be a tough conversation, but the fact of the matter is, when you get all the parties involved in one room, you can clearly see who is the one promoting the misunderstanding, who's the one holding the grudge, who's the one that got the problem, who's the one promoting the attitude, who's the one that's more sympathetic, more empathetic. And that's what I'm saying right now. I feel like small misunderstandings shouldn't be lifetime fallouts. And a lot of people advocate for the lifetime fallout. Well, if you said this or you done this, then automatically I'm done. I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, bro, let me tell you something. This goes for all of the weak posts that I see. And when I say weak posts, I understand everybody gets emotional, everybody gets in their feelings or whatever case may be. But my thought process is this, man. You know what I'm saying? If you allow a friendship, relationship, a partnership to dissolve over simple misunderstandings, you're never going to be in a happy state. Because now you're expecting people to be perfect. You're expecting people to be perfect. And the thing about it is, let the person that's not perfect cast the first stone. Let the person that's not perfect talk the most shit. Let the person that's not perfect feel like they've won the argument. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody has something that they need to work on. Everybody. So who are you to tell somebody, well, you've done this and this and this, so now I'm going to say, well, I'm better than you and yada yada. Now here's the thing. If they're toxic, if they're narcissistic, then cut their ass off. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to let a simple relationship ruin my professional shit going on or my personal shit that's going on. And a lot of you guys haven't been talking to your family members, haven't been talking to your real friends that you called your ride or die, your ace spoon coons, and because of simple misunderstandings. So I'm encouraging you guys to have the conversation with them to find out if there's anything there that you can rekindle, or there's anything that there you can talk about to say, you know what, is it that serious? At the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, is that misunderstanding that serious? Some people ride or die like, okay, well, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And that's great if that's what you want to do. And that's what you want to do. I'm not the person to advocate for anyone to fight to be in somebody's life that don't want you in their life. I ain't that person. I'm definitely not that person. But I am the person for you to say, make sure that what you do is realistic before you burn a bridge that you can't afford to burn. And when I mean can't afford to burn, that means a lot of people that's coming to your life, they're valuable to you. They're valuable to you. They're the guys or women that provide tough love. They're the guys and women that provide attributes to your life to better your life. So your hasty decision to say, well, I'm mad at such and such, so now I'm playing the cutoff game. Well, you can. Like I said, I've seen several posts where people are saying, well, I've had a misunderstanding, or people didn't do me the way I wanted them to do me, so now I'm going to cut them off. And I say, well, first of all, if it's genuine what you're doing, you don't have to make a public announcement about it. That's, to me, that showcases a certain level of disingenuousness. Like a certain level of, well, you not as 100 as you supposed to be. Because here's me, genuine people do genuine shit. If I genuinely have an issue with you, social media don't need to know about it. If I have an issue with my girl, if I have an issue with one of my homeboys, if I have an issue with my mom, dad, sister, daughter, whatever the case may be, Facebook don't need to know about it. Instagram don't need to know about it. YouTube don't need to know about it. Twitter don't need to know about it. That's why I say, do you really have a beef, or you want to promote the problem? And I find that a lot of people want to promote the problem. I find that a lot of people seek validation from people and affirmation from people that really don't give two fucks about them. You know what I'm saying? I always say, save your explanations for people who care about you at the end of the day. People that have shown that they are genuine friends. Not people that just gonna like the fact that you're going through some nonsense. Not people that's gonna heart the fact that, oh, well, it's okay, homeboy, it's okay, homegirl. Because here's the thing, a lot of times when people promote their narrative on social media, it's only one-sided anyway. And people don't take the time to actually find out what the hell the whole story is anyway. So they're only promoting a one-sided narrative. And that's why I said there's a certain level of people being disingenuine. Because here's the thing. Everybody knows, I don't care if it's a 7, let's go higher, 13-year-old. Let's say 13, right? A 13-year-old knows that there are different sides of the story, that there are multiple sides, numerous sides to a story. Numerous sides, right? So you promoting your one-sided narrative on social media so that way you can get likes, you can get people to say, oh, woe is you, or, you know, so people can promote your victimization or promote, your affirmation. A lot of people do that. A lot of people just want their one-sided narrative to be promoted so that way people can agree with them, but they don't have the whole story. A lot of you all playing victims are the culprit. Sorry. A lot of you all playing victim are the culprit. You caused the situation, and what happens is you didn't like the response you got. You didn't like the response you got. You caused the situation. And I see that a lot especially when I see two people that I know mutually, you know what I'm saying, they going at each other. And of course, a regular person like, let me get my popcorn. It's funny. Ha 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 ha. But this is real life. This is somebody's real life or whatever. So be careful how much you laugh at somebody else's pain, because when it's your turn, you're not going to like it. When it's your turn, you're not going to like it. But what I see is, it's interesting that people promote their problems on social media, but too scared to talk to one another. Too scared to talk to one another. Too scared to sit down on the phone or face to face and say, this is my problem. This is my grievance. This is my concern. This is my issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run over there, because over there, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? That I'm really the agitator, that I'm really the aggressor, that I cursed you out first, that I fucked you over first, that I said something disrespectful to you first, that I did something to you first. What I'm going to say is, can you imagine how they talk to me? Can you imagine what they did to me? Can you imagine? They got the audacity to you know what is so funny? Because they don't call it retaliation. Nope. People who victimize themselves don't call it retaliation. Nope. They just say, okay, well, this person did this to me. That's not, they did this in the response to what the fuck I did to them. They just said they did this to me. A lot of people love to pull on people's heartstrings and say, woe is me. And you know what I found over the years? I found that I am the type of person that says, hey, here's the shirt off my back. You know, you need a couple dollars, here go a couple dollars. You need to ride somewhere. Like, hey, if there's somebody on the side of the road, hey, here go a couple dollars. Like, I'm that person. But over the years, what I've noticed is that people they have prided themselves on people like me. They've prided themselves on being able to take advantage of people with good hearts, people that don't mind saying, well, here's a couple dollars. Hey, I'll pay for a meal. Hey, let me buy you a couple drinks. They prided themselves on people providing the good time. And when you pride yourself on people providing the good time, providing the conversation, providing the sex, providing the attention, providing the validation, at some point in time, that person's going to get tired of being used. At some point in time, that person is going to say, well, instead of me providing, now it's time to reap the rewards of what I've been investing inside the situation. And when I can't reap the rewards of the situation, then it's time that, you know what, I cut ties. And you got the right to do that. You got the right, as a person with a big heart who's always helping someone else, to step away. You don't have to be the person that I always have to give until my last breath. I got to give until all my energy is drained and I have no time for my future goals or my aspirations or the things that I want to accomplish. A lot of you all give until you have nothing left. That's the problem. You give until you have zero left. You give until you have nothing left. And then what happens is you give it all away. And then the person say, well, you're broke. You're broke. You're broke emotionally. You're broke mentally. You're broke financially. You're broke. After they've taken everything they can take from you, then they look back at you and say, well, you're broke. Interesting. And it's not just in the financial sense. It's in the mental sense. After they've used you up, you're broken because your energy's low. You're broken because guess what? All the time you was focused on somebody else and their problems and their drama and their gossip and all the nonsense that they had going on at their job, and they was telling you about it, and you was up giving them advice. You was up promoting them. You was up talking about, you know what, I know you got a low self-esteem, but let's work on that. I know you need to go to the gym. Let's work on that. I know you need to save money. Let's work on that. I know you need a better relationship with your kids. Let's work on that. I know you need a little bit more self-confidence. Let's work on that. So while you were working on that with them, your energy was getting low. Your energy was getting low. Now, those are the type of people that you should cut ties with. Those people who use you, those people who think that using you and talking about you or just whenever I need to reach out. See, you got to be mindful of those people that feel like, oh, well, they only reach out when they need something. Like you can't reach out to them but they can reach out to you. You can't call them up and tap them on the shoulder, but they can call you up and tap you on your shoulder. You got to be mindful of how many people like you help. You got to be mindful of what you do with your time and what you do with your energy, and you need to protect your energy and protect your peace. But there's a lot of people, man, that love to victimize themselves, and I'm just saying, over the years, I've just noticed, especially just here recently, in the past couple days, I've just seen so many posts about, how people are severing ties. And then the thing about it is, are you the toxic one? Are you the narcissist? Are you the person that can't get your shit together? Are you the person that loves drama and gossip, and someone decided, to put you in your motherfucking place and tell you full of shit? So if you're the narcissist and you're the toxic one, it's kind of hard to believe when you say, well, you about to cut somebody off, or did you get cut off and now your recourse is, well, I'll just go to social media and I'll just tell everybody, well, the other person is X, Y, and Z. And now, guess what? You get your validation. You get your likes up. What they say, get your likes up? Get your likes up. Get your likes up. Social media can be a wonderful thing, and social media can also be a negative thing. And I'm telling you right now, I see people use it for both bad and good. People with low self-esteem have the highest self-esteem when they throw that filter on their face, talking about, look at me, y'all. For some reason, in today's society, empowerment means the degrading and disrespect of others. That's what empowerment is. That's what empowerment means. We can't be empowered unless we're talking about someone else, or putting someone else down, or saying someone else doesn't have this or doesn't have that. That's what empowerment is in this day and time. And that's scary. That's scary. That's scary. But all I'm saying, man, I'm about to get up out of here, but all I'm saying is, if you're going to cut somebody off, make sure that you're cutting them off for the right reason. Make sure that it doesn't, you don't necessarily have to do a public announcement of the people that you're cutting off. Just cut them off. If it's sincere, if it's genuine, cut them off. If they're not doing what they need to be doing for your life, they're not playing the position and filling the role for your life that you've ordained them to, then cut them off. But I definitely wouldn't make public announcements like somebody applied for a job and didn't get the job. Well, let me tell y'all why they didn't get the job. Well, to me, that you lack sincerity about the issue. You lack sincerity about the issue. I don't need to tell you that I'm not dealing with somebody. I don't need to tell you that I have an issue with somebody. I just don't deal with them. My issue is my issue. My issue is my concern. And see, here's the thing that you need to also be aware of. Sometimes when people having an issue, sometimes when people having an issue, you got to be mindful of how much information or how much you want to jump on the bandwagon of that issue. That means when two people are having an issue, you got to be mindful as the third party not to say, oh yeah, and let me tell you this, and let me be like this, and let me do this. The reason why I say that is because those two people having an issue may end up talking again. Those two people that's having an issue maybe end up being friends, lovers, co-workers again. So you got to be mindful of how much hatred you spew out, how much negativity you spew out, how much nonsense you spew out when you think somebody's having an issue. And I do be noticing that a lot of people feel like, okay, this dude out here riding it up. I do be noticing that when people have an issue, man, people tend to say, okay, well, let me jump in and get my licks in. It's almost like, let me say this to worsen the situation. Let me say this to heighten the situation or whatever. So you got to be mindful about those people that you have around you that like to do stuff like that or whatever. I really try to keep people like that from around me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you adding to my issue. I don't need you saying, let's double team and tag, you know what I'm saying, a person that I have an issue with. Let me handle my issue as a man. And that's what grown-ups do. If there's an issue, let me call you directly, handle my issue, and it is what it is, or whatever. Now, if I can't handle it for some reason, then I'll seek the proper help. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be a public issue. And I find that a lot of people who make their issues public, they lack sincerity. and they are the cause of the issue. They are the cause. They are the root cause to the issue. So that's why when people come on lives and be like, oh, I was a victim of this and I was a victim. Now, there are some people who have genuine stories, genuine facts to back up the story. But there are some people who use the victim role and the pull of heartstrings role to get people to cheer for them, so that way they can be victorious in a conversation. But I say this, man. I say if you need to cut somebody off that you feel that is bad for your life, cut them off. Cut them off. If they add no value to your life, cut them off. But make sure that you are cutting them off sincerely. Sincerely. Not emotionally, not aggressively, not overly delusional, but cut them off sincerely and make sure that you're not the person who is causing the problems. Because you have some people that'll cut you off if you're giving them tough love. If you're saying, well, you fucked that up. Oh, I'm cutting your ass off. I'm cutting your ass off. Hey, I'm Mario J. This is Tough Love. Until next time, man, y'all are daughter. Peace. Share this. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.